Hello and welcome to the Sound Live. Queensryche. And this one, when I saw this, I was watching this show on TV. This was when MTV actually did music sometimes. It was cool. I was watching this live when it aired, and it blew me away. I was already just kind of falling in love with this song at the time, and like learning to play it on the guitar and learning to sing it. And it was probably, this is, Jeff Tate is the first vocalist that I could somewhat vocally copy a little bit and like be convincing when I was covering the song a little bit. Like, oh wow, you know, you actually kind of sound a little bit like him. So it's just a huge influence on me. And then the topic of lucid dreaming, this song just got me into so much in so many ways, even more than just music. And then the rest of the album, Empire, was just incredible. And there's at least one or two other tracks off that album I'd like to do at some point. So this is crazy. We're opening up another can of worms here. Queensryche, one of my favorites.
I think it was, for me, Queensryche, it was Operation Mindcrime. And this more, I guess this was more popular, but this stuff came later. And this is such a left turn from the stuff that they did in the 80s.
Okay, so without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Silent Lucidity, Queensryche, live at the MTV Video Music Awards 1991, September 5th. Here we go!
Don't you cry, wipe away the teardrop from your eye. You're lying safe in bed, it was all a bad dream spinning in your head. Your mind tricked you to feel the pain of someone close to you leaving the game of life. So here it is, another chance. Wide awake, you face the day your dream is over. Or has it just begun? I'd like to hide, a doorway that I run through in the night. Well, I shower you with
not something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
amazing.
those days too. I mean, I was like, I think 6, 7, 8 years old, and that was during the grunge era.
Mm-hmm.
So like, that was my first introduction to MTV. Yeah, no. So I caught the tail end of that, and it's just like I think after that I started watching like VH1 and then later VH1 Classic, which actually turned me on to a lot of stuff like this. And then I think I started watching Much Music, and I got into heavier Much Music from Canada, of course, and much heavier music.
Yeah. So that song for me is just like I said, it's a huge influence on me. I get chills listening to it. You know,
Yeah.
my pick that was just for straight up nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie, it was just for feel good stuff, man.
Queensryche is always one of those strange bands for me personally. When I had to move as a kid before I graduated high school, I went from St. Louis metro area, and like the music scene was kind of punk and ultra violent and stuff. And I go to this small town, and these guys came up to me like the second day of school. It's like, hey, we hear you play guitar and stuff. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, we want to make a speed metal band. I'm like, okay. Like, what do you mean, like Slayer? And they're like, Striper.
Striper.
I
heard them.
And I
know
knew
what you're
it's like,
talking about.
and I knew I was in the wrong
God.
place at the wrong time. But anyway, some of those
That's
guys
funny.
really idolized Queensryche. And so when I saw this one suggest, I was like, man, I used to hate this song. But I do have to say, looking at it with, aged ears because I'm old and stuff, I liked it. It was cool to look back on, what you said, its moment in history.
Mhm.
And I don't know if any of you three are familiar with the the proto goth band Bauhaus. The singer Bauhaus, Peter Murphy.
I am.
Okay. Well, when the guy
Murphy.
started this song that, and maybe I just haven't paid attention nor heard it in a couple decades or more, it really reminded me of Peter Murphy and this kind of like new wave of like goth alternative with the acoustics and stuff. And, looking at the song now, I could appreciate it a little bit more than back in 93. If it wasn't on a 7-inch that I bought or fought for, it just really wasn't something I listened to. But,
Yeah.
Hearing the song, it's really cool to hear, like you said, that moment in time, and to know like they were kind of in that, in a gray area. Because looking at it now, I can hear a lot of other influences than what I would have typically associated with Queensryche. So that was awesome too.
I would have
be
to say
expanded.
probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, influence would have to
Yeah.
be. Oh, come on, for real, come on, totally.
Everybody is influenced by
I
Pink
mean-
Floyd. Anybody doing something creative, it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, man, and you got to say man, just to kind of catch that, catch that
exactly.
vibe.
That's
Floyd,
the
man.
joke.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Pink Floyd, man. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pink Floyd, man.
That was me back in the day.
Hey,
That was
okay,
that.
back when I was in 6th grade, I had a Pink Floyd painter's cap.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the lyrics and everything too. They were kind of sad, but I just loved the idea of the song, and he did a phenomenal job at the awards. And I love the guitar solo in the middle, and you could kind of see the guy that was just moving his hands like it was nothing, like a leaf does, And of course, I just love watching, more advanced guitar players. It's fun, but anyway, I love the whole thing. So awesome.
That's not really sad. It's about
No.
learning to take control of your dream and
Okay. I
fly
have to
while
look-
you sleep or do what you want to do while
Yeah.
you're dreaming.
That's true. I'll have to look up the lyrics.
It does
'cause I was
have sort of
trying
it undulates evenly between major and minor. So
Yeah.
it does sort of have a bittersweet feel, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you
I
say,
kinda-
Comfortably,
Kyle?
no.
Sorry.
It's there.
Go ahead, Eve.
Or Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say they're comfortably numb. That's what you're describing.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking instantly. And I know that goes back to the whole Pink Floyd thing, but I mean, that's just the easiest comparison I have.
Yeah, that you're numb. Is that what you said?
Comfortably numb.
No,
Comfortably numb.
like
From the wall.
the song "Comfortably Numb." I mean,
sorry.
the minor to major thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up the lyrics I was trying to get all of them, but
Well, comfortably numb is different subject matter.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Definitely.
Well, no, of course.
We're not going to go into what
That's
its
a
subject
whole-
matter is. You have to find that out for yourself.
That's
Yeah.
a whole thing. Yeah.
drugs.
We want to thank you all here for being with us. Remember, this is the place where you come for reactions where we pause for nobody. That's right. And you can support the channel. 4 ways to support the channel right now. Patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio. Get that bonus content every week. LiberaPay.com/Matthews Music. If you want to do the non-profit way, help me the most. Just send me $1 a week, man. That's it. $1 a week would really help me towards reaching my weekly goal for studio funding. BuyMeACoffee.com. You can just buy me a coffee to replace the one I drank. Right now, simple. BuyMeACoffee.com/Matthews
Caffeinate
Music.
him.
Yes, make me caffeinated. Then Venmo. You can get me at Matthews Music. Make sure that you subscribe to Kyle Walls. Make sure that you subscribe to Evelyn Holland. Make sure that you subscribe to Jennifer's Music page. That's right, my friends here, you guys are all awesome. Everybody here has music on their page. Make sure you go and check it out. I've got a bunch of music on my page. Make sure you check it out. And if you're looking for music lessons, voice lessons, you can get them from me online at MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. That's right. And that's where you go. You can record the lessons and keep them forever. That way, you never forget what I said. It's great. That's the best benefit. And we'll see you all next week on The Sound Live.